Hello everyone. So here I have an array of lots of different items that I'm going to be using today. So when I went shopping to get my watercolours to refill my pan, I also ended up buying some other stuff. So as you can see, obviously one of them is butterfly stamps and they're so beautiful. Look at that. Although as I left the shop, as I had my items in a bag in one hand and my receipt in the other, I realised to myself, I wonder why I bought stamps, because I could just draw a butterfly. But these are so much fun for journaling and card making. Not that I make a lot of cards, but that's what I'm going to be doing today, or at least I'm going to be sort of making an art piece that you could put onto a card if you trim this down, which I will do. But in reality, I just wanted to play around with my new stamps. I do have another set of stamps that I had years ago, so 3 years ago maybe, and I didn't use them that much, and I can't remember why. I think I was just not very good at actually stamping them. So yeah, so anyway, I guess sort of let's sort of set up and start. So I did do hang on a second, let me find it, a page where I sort of just stamped. I don't hope you can see that, but I just sort of did some practice. That one just smudged because that was my fault, and that one there was just coloured in by me with my colouring pencils. So yeah, so this was just me seeing how they worked. I mean, I love butterflies, so the butterfly geek in me, the butterfly geekiness in me, is looking at them trying to figure out what butterflies they are, but I don't think it matters. That one to me looks like a swallowtail, so they're very similar, those two. But a swallowtail has the colours here and they're a bit more down. The wings, I mean, are a bit closer. Obviously, that is a bee. I want to say a honeybee, because if it was a bufftail, it would be puffed out more. Dragonfly, obviously. So these are, to me, they look like monarchs. Maybe. And at a quick glance, I want to say it looks like a painted lady, but painted lady have more ridges here. Or if it's and it doesn't matter. It really does. It doesn't matter. It's obviously ladybird, or ladybug, as some people call them. Anyway, so now I've just bored you with all of my waffle about what I think the butterflies are. Let's actually start making the card. And it's funny because I'm not going to be using any of the butterflies. I'm going to be using the bee. So that was a very long intro with nothing to actually gain. So actually, let's actually start. Right, so I just went ahead and I refilled my spray bottle. So although this is beautiful, it's so shiny and pretty. I like shine. I'm afraid I do like sparkly and shiny things. I'm afraid. So I'm just going to put that to one side because I only need this. So, yep. I'm searching for my brush. There we go. So this is actually a placemat for, at dinner tables. But I thought I'd use it as a cheaper alternative to a painting board. I will get myself a proper painting board at some point, but I don't want to sound, cheap. But they're quite expensive. I could probably make one. I do also use one of a sketchbook that I bought that unfortunately fell apart. So that was a shame. But the paper was really nice. So, but because this is 300 to 200 to 300, it still sticks to this placemat, so I can still use it the same way. Obviously I cleaned the placemat first So I cleaned the placemat first, so you don't want any leftover dinner bits stuck to your painting. Especially if you want to give it as a card, that would not be nice. Right, so I'm hoping that's going to stay enough. It's not as... I don't want to have to sellotape it. Nope, they're the wrong ones. I will be using them eventually, but they're the wrong ones. Hang on. Oh, I didn't have them out. I wasn't prepared enough for this. There we go. Right, so this another paintbrush that's... Look, I'll use this one. So I went to go fill my spray bottle and I didn't need it. I get some Gamboge yellow and just let it do what it wants. And my chair's creaking, if you can hear that. So that's kind of nice. Bit of sap green. I'm trying not to go overboard. Just sort of, because I mean this is meant to just be spontaneous and loose, because it's actually the stamp I want to use, but I want a background. I did want some darker. Oh, that might be a bit dark though. Do I have any paper near me where I can test what this colour looks like without possibly, I don't want to say ruin, but possibly maybe not wanting it on the final piece. If that makes sense. So if you can, you can. So that's nice. I like that. But will it go with the gold background? Well, I suppose if I don't like it, I can always just make another one. It's a bit of a shame. I wanted to see if I could leave some of the white of the actual watercolour paper itself, but I did go a little overboard and I've lost that white. But it's fine. It'll dry a bit lighter anyway. Yes, I've got that. And then I think this is probably going to be my first painting where I haven't felt the need to add indigo. So I might just splatter, trying to do it gently. Now I'm going to get a technique that I like doing. I'm going to get washing my brush off and I'm just going to flick clean water onto it like this. The technique I use a lot because I've had I have had many failed attempts with salt, so this is just sometimes another way to do it. Doesn't look exactly the same, but it will work. It still gives a cool effect. So I'm going to let that dry, which could take a while because I did a lot of work on it. So I'm going to let that dry. We'll come back, see where we are, and hopefully I can start playing with my stamps. It's very uneven. Look, more than at the bottom here. Oh dear, this is not going well. The reason I did this is because I really did think I went overboard on this background. The idea that I had in my mind was it to look a bit more subtle, like only little bits of yellow. So I thought it might look better on a blank background, but I still wanted to do the gold. So I've just done this, and then obviously I'll do the stamp on that, put it on here, and then that will be my finished piece for a card. Probably for, I don't know, but I can't unsee it. I haven't done it straight. Look, it's, oh, it doesn't matter. I suppose I could give it to a family member who might be a bit more, maybe a bit more forgiving for a wonky card. So I'm going to move this back here now. Right, so it's right. So now for the part I've been waiting for, and now I'm very nervous. So sorry, that's my chair. Ooh, can you see? Just in the camera a little bit. Is it tilting? Oh well. As long as you can see, we're good. So there's what I'm going to be using. Now my biggest concern is trying to get this centre. Oh dear. I don't have to worry about it too much. I just wanted to play around with these. If that's holding that straight, turn it. How did I? Well, that's fine. It can still be a pretty card. I can still do some abstract work with it. Try. Right, so to me, wait, if I hold it, I hope I'm not smudging that. If I'm holding it this way, to me that is straight on. I'm following the design. Is that, can everybody agree? I'm using it. Oh, right design. Okay. All right. So let me try it. I'm doing it. So I'm doing it that, and it maybe this way. Oh, the design. I'm doing it that way. Okay. Is it the design's not? If you look at it that way. Oh no, it's not. The picture here doesn't quite match the way this. Well, that doesn't matter as long as I remember that for next time. Or I could always take this off and move it. What about the others? Are they? Well, the square ones are correct. What about the ladybird? Yeah, the ladybird is. And the dragonfly? Well, the dragonfly's that way. Let's test the dragonfly. It could be me. I don't think it's me, but it could be. So that's again, if you agree, that's straight on. Oh no, that's correct. That one's. Right, so that's straight on. Yeah, that's wonky. That's not. And then I do it that way. Oh, okay. Never mind. But never mind. I can work with this. Well, I'm going to have to because I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to waste this because there's nothing too bad with it. Okay, so now I've got to try and figure out. So that way, I can't follow the design. It's wonky. If I do it that way, where does the bee go? Okay. I'm not disappointed. I still really think that's really cute. I just I should have checked. Oh well, it doesn't matter because the background design didn't actually turn out the way I wanted to anyway. So we're just going to go with what we've got, really. I've got much choice. Right, so now that that's done that, let's okay. So that's my chair again. So I might go with think of a this might look strange, I know, but bear with me. At this point, let's just sort of mess around and sort of see what happens now. Oops. I love doing this trick. It's just a barrel roll handwriting pen, and it's not waterproof, which is why I like doing it for this trick. Very simple and loose, although that one messed up a little bit, but like I said, everything's sort of messed up a little bit with this art piece, so I'm not really too bothered. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit more bothered now. Oh no. Oh dear. I might have to let that dry again. I'm not sure there's much more I can do to it. I tell you what, let's see how it looks at the end, and we might just have to call this a little bit of a fail. And then on another video, I can always come back and I can actually do sort of the one that I planned to do. I've just got some metallic paints here. Oh dear. I suppose it could be worse. Yeah, this was far from the design I had in mind. Well, I don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste it though. I suppose I could always do stop recording, do the one that I planned to do, and speed it up maybe, and still use this for something. Yeah, I might do that. Right, so what I've decided to do is I'm not going to speed it up, but I'm just not going to show the full process. Now what I'm doing here might look a bit strange, and it is, but I wanted to test a theory for my second attempt at trying to get what I wanted, what I envisioned, because that's what it looks like. And if you put it like this, you know how it would look. It still looks kind of cute, but there's nothing wrong with trying again. And I'm not going to waste this. I'll probably stick this in my sketchbook or something. Right, so if I sort of spray this, I'm hoping this will do what I want it to do. But I mean, I haven't had good luck today, so we put this here. Like that, and then obviously it doesn't matter about this bit because obviously this will be glued, so I get sort of stuff like this on it. Even that might be kind of cool if I just sort of do it like this. Whee! So it's all stained and yeah. Okay, right, let's move this out of the way. Let's reveal what I hope has worked. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what my voice did there. Oh, that's fantastic. That's kind of the look I wanted. That's what I was going for. Right, okay. I'll come back when this is dry. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. Yep. Okay. Right, so this is what I wanted. Well, I'm very happy with this, and the thing is, if I mess up, the back side is also quite cool. So I've got 2 chances to try this again. And if I still get it wrong, I might just go with whatever works, to be honest. So, inking again. Right, again, I'm going to get my book, my little sketchbook, and I'm going to try and figure this out again. So if I do it straight on, it's not straight. It's that way, so I have to do it this way, right? Whoops. Straight on. Right, okay, it's this angle. This angle here, I don't dare move my hand. Whoops. Oh boy. This is interesting. That's straight on. Ooh. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Okay, that's fine. That's better than the other attempt. That's fine. So what I wanted to do, which was my plan all along, was to add some sort of spot. Oh, that's the wrong set. I might actually just get one from this set because I really like this set. I know there's not a lot of gold left, but I might be able to just get some from the corners just to add a bit of sparkle to this. We'll see. I'll give it a good try. I only need enough to do splatters. Just enough to do splatters. Let's try. Oh, this might be a bit of a big brush to try and do that with. I'll get this one. Yep. Also, that was loud. This video has been interesting. It's been a journey getting this card the way I wanted it. So, with them out the way. Maybe wait for the sparkles to dry before I add them. So this was the other piece. I probably should have used this background actually, because this is quite nice. So note to self, painting this first gives you a very cool and interesting effect. I remember that. So I might just put this in my sketchbook because it's not awful. It's just not the piece that I envisioned. I'll just put it somewhere, use it for scrap. Art journaling. Art journaling. I could also use it for that. Put it in the background, then write something. So yeah, so it won't go to waste or anything like that. So how's this? Some sparklies. I don't want to touch anything anymore, so I'm going to stick this to my lovely card and we'll see what we get. Well, here we go. After what feels like a very long journey and probably a very long video, I don't even know how long this has taken me. This is the finished piece. That was a stencil that I bought a couple of days ago. It's actually from a children's set. The stencils are really pretty, but I'll do a video on that another time. So yeah, so this is what I ended up with. I was going to put Be Happy, but I messed up the lettering. So we have a handmade with love stamp. Only problem is it's also wonky, but it's fine. I'm not doing it again. Like I said, I mean, I was just doing this because I wanted to play around with the stamps. I don't actually have a card to send out to anybody, but this was super fun. I do actually like how it turned out with all the gold and everything. It was a bit of a struggle. If you made it this far, well done. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Do you like the finished piece? Or did you actually like the other painting that I originally did for the card better? Or, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.